Here we go. We are back. Welcome back. Hey Zephyr. Yeah, I do. You got one of my notifications? I thought YouTube wasn't notifying anyone. Yeah, it's been months, dude. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know they did. Guess who's gonna be buying it? Guess who's gonna be streaming it? Of course I'm gonna stream Hitman 2. They got new elusive targets, they got new levels, they got a whole new sniper mode. I am down. I am down to clown with Hitman 2. But yeah, you have a good night, man. Sweet dreams. Okay, Molly, I have a really dumb idea. It's a really great idea, but it's really dumb. Are you ready? Let's do it. Ha ha ha. Perfect. Did one of you guys leave? You got kind of quiet. To be fair, it is kind of late at night. I think we're all just kind of chilling at this point. Oh, you're just watching? Okay. Fair enough. I'm sorry. It's late at night, and your comments are kind of like, kind of sustaining me right now. Because this music is very nice and peaceful. God, why are you up at 6 a.m. though? Like, I mean, thank you, but why? I don't know, fair enough. Fair enough, Molly. I would do that too if I could. But unfortunately, I gotta go to, the doctor. I do have to ask, though, kind of a random question. It's not so much directed at you directly, but more at just my long-term subscribers in general. Let's see. Hey, Kim. But I was gonna ask, why stay up on my channel for so long? Is there something special about me that, like, draws you guys here, Or did it just kind of happen? Let's see. Because I'm cool, I guess. Yeah, I'm playing Minecraft. Well, thanks, Molly. I'm glad you think I'm cool. I'm a cool dude now. I can go tell all my friends. And then follow that up by saying, what friends? Nah, I do have friends, but most of them are very, very old friends. Or just people that I don't get to talk too much. Like, I have a friend, I still consider him to be my best friend, that I have known for 15 years. Me and him have been friends for 15 years. And I just never get to talk to the dude. But yeah, Kim, this is the kind of crap I build in Minecraft, just to kind of show it off to you. That's what I'm into. When I play Minecraft, it's for the architectural stuff and for the calming music and whatnot. I mean, I do like survival mode, but that's just not really why I play. I kind of like that. It's like a fog gate in Dark Souls. It's like walk up to it. Says, "Would you like to enter the fog or whatever?" And that's when you debate your decisions up until that point and try to decide whether or not it's going to be a boss. Yeah, same here, Molly. Same here. I feel you on that one. I think I might model all of this into quartz, and especially because it already leads up to here, I think I'll build it into the building, which would be really cool. So what does this actually lead into is my question. Like, what the heck am I breaking? Honestly. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I am. Oh, okay. I see. So it doesn't lead directly into it in that way. But it's one of those things where, like, nobody will notice the hole or whatever. That's kind of cool. So I'll build like a little tunnel way through here, maybe with some water going through the middle. Like a, I forget the name of it, but there's a name for a system of water that goes through like that. Yeah, that'll be cool. I might incorporate one of these mountains into it. I plan on having like a really big bridge somewhere. Maybe I'll have it up here. And it'll lead to like that mountain or something. I don't know yet. And then I could have this one lead into like a tower coming out of this mountain. And have that be like what the bridge goes to. So the bridge could go from here to the top of there. And it would lead down in. And come out through, go into here. And then there'd be like a massive tower shooting up through the top of this. I think that'd be really cool. What do you guys think? Do you like that idea or no? Cool, cool. What about you, Kim? I'm gonna see if I can apply a texture pack to it just for fun. Is there a texture pack I'm allowed to use as like a sample thing? What if we do like the Egyptian one? Or no, we'll do Greek. Okay, so hopefully this doesn't mess up our whole world, but we're gonna try to apply a texture pack to it. Oh, that's kind of neat. I feel like it made the lighting a little bit cooler. I love the music. It's actually really pretty. Wait, what? Huh? I think that's a texture issue, because it makes it look like it's raining. But if you look outside, it's not raining. Somebody didn't think through that. I think it looks kind of cool with this texture pack. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to try loading it in other texture packs just to see what it looks like. Let's try Egyptian. Hopefully you guys are into this. I think it's kind of fun. So Egyptian doesn't really do much to it, does it? I guess a little bit. Ooh, that looks weird. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. I like Egyptian stuff. It's very interesting. This music reminds me of Uncharted, which is always a good thing. I don't know. If it wasn't for the music, I'd probably just go ahead and like not do that. I'm tired, guys. How's everybody else holding up? What? I don't feel like that changed anything. Yeah, I think the Greek stuff is cooler too. I'm not gonna lie. You're not even tired. Man, you're a trooper, huh? I would ask if you want to just like stay up. Just play games and stuff. I don't know. And I know you probably would, but I don't know if that would be a smart decision on my part. It's tempting though. I will still play with you tomorrow because, you know, today was quite fun. And, especially if we can actually talk, that'll be even better. Trial texture pack, alright. Oh, crap. It all looks like snow. That's weird. I guess it's not that weird because it's a Christmas bag, but still. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, I know, right? I I probably do sound kind of tired. Oh. I feel like my voice gets a little bit deeper when I'm tired. If that makes sense. Like, I think it gets a little deeper and a little softer. Ooh, that's pretty. Gosh, that music. I need to get like a Minecraft playlist going on. Oh man. I am kind of worn out though. Molly, how was your day? Did you go to work today? Do you have any like interesting server stories for me? I think it's kind of cool that we have similar jobs. Because I don't personally know anybody else that is a waiter or waitress. Oh god, I love that kind of music. Tugging at my heartstrings here. You've only worked there for a few months, okay. But I mean, have you ever had anything like real crazy happen, or anybody treat you real weird or anything? Like for example, I had some weird days. Like there's this table that had like 27 Heinekens in one day, and you could tell they were like kind of drunk, or really drunk actually. And but they were like tolerable drunk. They weren't like super obvious. It was just kind of like obvious if you're up close with them. And so they had ordered from like one server, and then they had moved areas and ordered through the bar, and then I think they ordered through another server, and then they sat down in a different area and ordered through me. And I didn't know they had been getting orders from all those other people until later. So I probably served them about 12 more Heinekens. So I think the total ended up coming out to be like 27 or 29 or something like that, before I finally had to cut them off and be like, I'm sorry, but we just can't do this, you know? Because there's a drink limit where I work of like 2 per person per hour. So I kept trying to tell him, like, argue with the drunk guy. And he kept trying to tell me, like, no, it's fine. You can do it for me. And he was like winking at me and like trying to convince me to do it for him. It's like, I don't know you, man. Why do you think I'm like your best friend all of a sudden, you know? Talking about how they're gonna tip me real good if I just do it. And of course at the end, instead of tipping me, they wrote on the ticket in like kind of broken English. Because it's this like Hispanic family that probably mostly speaks Spanish and probably isn't like super fluent in English. They wrote, we pay for service but no drinks. And then the tip in total said, we sorry. So that was nice. I had to deal with that guy for quite a while and didn't end up making like anything off of that table. Which is kind of a bummer. Because he was like really hassling me. I just now noticed this. Why did I just now notice this? That's fine. Never mind. People don't actually tip over there? How do you make your money then? Because we make like all of our money through tips here. like we get paid half of minimum wage, which is like, I think minimum wage is like 8 something an hour. So we get like 4 something an hour plus whatever tips we make. But yeah, it's kind of wild. I had another one where like 2 grown men that I've been serving they drew something real inappropriate on one of my tickets on the back of it, and I have to turn those into my bosses at the end of the day. So like they have to look through all that, and they see what people write on them and stuff, and it's just like, why would you do that? There's been all kinds of weird stuff. Like today, these 2 guys came in there dressed like Mario and Luigi. And they just came there to bowl in costume. So it's very confusing. Also, I heard, I don't know if you know what Hooters is, but I heard that there was a point before I ever worked there. And like we have laser tag where it is because it's like an entertainment center. And it's kind of dark in that room. And apparently, at one point, a bunch of girls from Hooters came over there and had a party. And they had taken their tops off in the laser tag thing, and were all running around like bare-chested in there. So that's interesting. Like I don't know why people do stuff like that. Like they're on camera. And speaking of that, I also I had a weird moment where I was serving on the lanes and stuff, and there's this lady that was just, she's breastfeeding, and it was just really awkward because she just had everything out, and when I walked up and I went to go take their order and I saw it, I was like, oh, it's like all right. And I just had to make like extra eye contact, which probably just made it more awkward, but I didn't want to seem weird. So that was neat. She could probably tell that I was trying to make extra eye contact too, because I was like literally staring the lady like super like hardcore straight into the eyes. And it's just weird. But yeah, and so they were doing like a photo shoot that day too, and they brought the cameras in that same room. They were a few lanes over or whatever, so they weren't like actually taking pictures of anybody, but I didn't get the chance to tell my managers that was going on beforehand. So she's over there like trying to breastfeed. She's got a boob out, trying to feed her baby there, and and they're like setting up cameras next to her and like big lights and stuff. And it's so bad because they're trying to do a photo shoot, right? But they didn't realize. So they made them like terribly uncomfortable, and then it actually asked to have like all their food refunded and stuff because they were very unhappy. They just wanted to be left alone. See, they were in like the blacklight bowling area, which is kind of darker because they wanted privacy. But yeah, That didn't work out for anybody. It's kind of funny. There's a lot of little stories like that. Just all kinds of weird stuff. I would be really embarrassed too. I don't know about you. Maybe you're not the type to be embarrassed by something like that, but I definitely am. Let's see. Oh, I like the look of the glass on this one. It's kind of pretty. Hmm. Well, I mean, that's good. Well, if that's the case, I don't even want to know what it would take to do that. Because if you're not embarrassed by that, it must take quite a bit compared to the average person. Let's see, what does all this look like with this texture pack? That's actually kind of cool. You don't even know. Well, I would say don't test your limits on that one because you don't really want to be embarrassed, I assume. So yeah, I would just stay away from the whole concept of like things that might embarrass you. Because, well, you might end up embarrassed. And then, that would be a sad day. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm really tired. I'm just talking nonsense. What, so you know what kind of place I serve in. I serve in like a bowling alley / entertainment center kind of thing. It has like a little miniature, has like a miniature bowling, or not bowling alley. The whole thing is a bowling alley. It has a miniature restaurant thing. But I imagine you serve in like a normal restaurant, sort of. And if so, what kind of restaurant? Like, what do they serve? You got them spicy foods. I'm just gonna go cactus collecting. That's kind of where I'm at this point. Just gonna collect a lot of cactus. I'm gonna throw this this torch away so that I can see how many cactus I've collected. Dang it. Okay, hold on. So if I start with the cactus, will it show me how many cactus I picked up? Let me see. What am I doing? Yes, it will. We're gonna go cactus counting. Oh, you're a lifeguard? That's awesome. What's it like being a lifeguard? Does that mean you get to wear like a cool red bikini for like half the day? I wouldn't mind just like spending half of my day in some swimming trunks. That'd be cool. I'd be down for that life. I'm just chilling by the poolside. Do you ever have anybody do anything like really stupid in the pool, like almost drown in like a 2 foot deep area or something? Cactus. Here we go. Found it. Huh. Do they pay pretty good for a job like that? I imagine you have to have like CPR training and stuff, right? Oh, okay, cool. Well, heck, if I ever start drowning in some water, I will definitely hit you up, and you can fly over here and rescue me, and we will call it a deal. Wonder how high up you can go. Yeah, why not? Hey, honestly, flights aren't that bad. They're genuinely like not too bad. I've been on a few. And they're pretty chill. If you get the right kind of plane, sometimes they even have like movies and stuff on there. It's not that bad. I mean, movies get old after a while, but you can always just sleep for like, I don't know, a long time. What you could do is you could show up like extremely tired, get on the plane and fall asleep for like 8 hours, and then just watch a couple movies or something. You'd probably do a 12-hour flight that way. It probably wouldn't be too bad. You might annoy the crap out of people around you if you snore, but I mean, they can deal with it, right? Alright. So theoretically speaking, what what would you do to save Steve here? Steve is drowning. Steve has a cactus attached to his hand, and he seems to be stuck underwater. Can you save him? Or is it too late? The cactus has him. That's actually really funny. Um, I'm g- I'm getting too much of a kick out of that, but the wording is really funny. The cactus has him. As if the cactus is like purposefully drowning. I don't know. I'm just imagining this like super malicious cactus. Sentient cacti drowning the citizens. That's a sentence you'll probably never hear again in your entire life. Oh man, I'm goofy when I'm tired. I'm telling you. I want to find more cactus. I bet they have cactus around here. Well, I know, I know I'm goofy in general, but hopefully it's in a likable way. Hopefully it's not like a, like, eye roll kind of way. Cactus, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want in life. Uh, when I'm a dad one day, I can just mark all of it up as like dad jokes and stuff, and then it'll be fine. It'll be like, oh yeah, I know that joke wasn't good, but it's a dad joke. I'm a dad, remember? It's fine. You know? And like I can play with toys again, cause I can just be like, oh, they're for my kids, man. Chill, it's cool. I'm totally not playing with Legos and action figures by myself. What are you talking about? Um, I don't know why I'm collecting cacti. I saw them and I thought, yeah, that'll do. And now I'm just kind of collecting them. So that's neat. That's a good thing to do at 12:39. I'm just listening to the cool music, chilling with you, and collecting cacti. I don't think there's really anything wrong with that. I think that's a good combo. Except for maybe the cacti part. That's a little weird. But it's something to do, you know? Yeah, it's pretty good. Hopefully you're enjoying the evening as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been a fun evening. We'll have to play together more often if you're down for that. Cool, cool. Yeah, you seem pretty easygoing, and I like that. Let's see, we got it's kind of like me and Kim. Like I talk to Kim about whatever. Honestly, he actually met me on my channel, just like you did, because he was I think I was doing a stream. I didn't even have a mic at the time, but I was streaming Hitman, and he just showed up, and I started talking to him, and I told him like I can help him out with it or whatever, and that I would try to get on a mic because I had this like real crappy microphone that I could plug in, but it didn't have like a headset attached to it. It was literally just like a proper microphone. Um, so I plugged that in. I was like trying to talk to him, but he couldn't talk back. Or maybe it was the other way around, but yeah. Anyway, we kind of had this like weird communication at first, and yeah, we've been talking for quite a while now. It's been over a year. It's been real cool. Yeah, so I mean, you honestly can build relationships off of the internet, which is kind of cool. Um, yeah, it's not always super easy because like half the people on here, like you probably just don't want to build any sort of relationship with, because either they're like total squeakers or they're just kind of like obnoxious or not really the type that you would want as friends or something. But every now and then you find somebody that's actually really kind of special, and it's kind of cool. It's cool meeting people on here and then talking to them later in real life. And I actually hope that I get to meet Kim one day. That'd be really cool. Because he said he'd like to move to the U.S. So I figure if he comes here, it would be real cool to meet him. Same thing with you. Like if you ever come here, if you're ever in like a nearby area or something, you can hit me up, and it'd be cool to say hi. I'm not scary. I'm just a random dude. I'm glad I'm not super high profile, like some crazy YouTube celebrity or something. Like I'm glad people don't just stop me while I'm trying to hang out with my family and stuff. So it's kind of nice to be able to do that, because that way I can do things more purposefully. Like if I want to meet up with somebody, I'll tell them like, hey, I'll be here, and you know, this is what I'll be doing, and blah blah blah. Like it'd be a proper meetup instead of just somebody randomly approaching me and like trying to come to my house and be like, hey, I remember you off of YouTube. It's like, that's great, buddy. Why are you at my house though? You know, a lot of YouTubers have to deal with stuff like that. And yes, I know that's kind of a silly quote, but I'm just saying, you know? I'm sure you guys can at least, you know, understand some of my character just from, you know, what you've seen of me on here and stuff. Like, I'm not a bad guy. I'm just goofy. And possibly a little bit too into video games, but, whatever. Aren't we all? I completely lost everything that I built. I have no idea where any of it is, so that's nice. But hey, it's a pretty world. I went off looking for cactuses, and since then it's just never been the same. No, that's awesome. It's actually really nice to find, you know, girls that are interested in that sort of thing. Because, I mean, even though there are plenty of them, you know, you guys honestly aren't very, like, easy to find. Because girls usually tend to play like different types of games, or they tend to like ghost and not really talk on mic, or stuff like that. So it's always really cool when you meet somebody that has like kind of atypical behavior, especially when it kind of lines up with your own interests and stuff. It's like, oh, cool, you know, here's a person of X variety that I can actually enjoy this thing with. It's kind of cool. Because it is kind of weird when like literally everyone that you talk to on the internet is a dude, you know? It's good to have a balance of, you know, friends and whatnot. Men and women tend to have very different outlooks on things. That's what, so it makes them such good partners. At least that's part of it. This is like the perfect little area. Look what I've stumbled into. This literally links around in one big circle. I have to build something here. This is so cool. I like this area. What do you think? Should I build something here? It's pretty. Yeah, I know. I didn't mean to get lost, but yeah, this is really cool. Let's see, is it shaped like something? Does that look like anything to you? It doesn't really look like anything to me. Just a blob. Yeah. I like these tall trees over here. Minecraft is so cool.
Yeah, I blame it on the cacti. I'm super distracted. But at least I'm having fun, right? That's a cool area. It's like a heart shape. And if you look at it this way, it's kind of like a dog with a collar. I really am sleepy, aren't I? I'm comparing a crack in a wall to a dog with a collar. Um, but yeah, I prefer the heart thing because that's a little bit cuter. Potentially romantic. You could go on a romantic date in Minecraft if you were so inclined. Take that someone special to Minecraft for a hot pixelated date. There we go. Why not? Ooh, a house. What are you doing, buddy? Hey, don't close the door. I'm talking to you. Hey, I'm talking to you. You listen to me while I'm talking to you. Come back. Hey, buddy. Buddy. Hey, buddy. I'm talking to you. Get over here. Get out of here. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. This guy knows what's up. What's up, dude? Are you in a straitjacket? You look like you're in a straitjacket. I'm gonna put you in a cactus. I, I can't put you in a cactus. I am not able to place cactus. Because there's no sand. Well, that'll do. Oh, there we go. Just chilling there for a while. There you go, buddy. Have a nice life. Well, good luck. I'm gonna do something really mean, but I'm gonna do it in the meanest way possible. Don't judge me. I don't know if you know what I'm thinking, but it's not very nice. Alright, that's probably enough. And now for the grand finale. What do you mean? what what do you mean, Welly? What are you talking about? Okay. Hold on. But will it work? Oh gosh. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Hold on. I need a better view of this. There we go. Uh, this is the kind of crap I used to do on The Sims too. I used to like put people in houses in The Sims and then like remove all the windows and then like put really flammable stuff everywhere just so that there's a chance that it all burns down. and and hey, don't point that out. It's fine. It's different, okay? Um but yeah, when all the people die and the Grim Reaper would come, I would trap the Grim Reaper in the house too, and then I would burn it down. It was mean. It was dumb and mean, but it was funny. Oh gosh. Hey buddy, are you ready for impending doom? Let me make sure this all funnels out directly toward you, just so that we don't have any confusion. This tree, we'll just get rid of this tree. Yeah. There we go. I'm sorry. Is this bad that I'm doing this like early in the morning? That I'm just trying to kill a random Minecraft villager with lava? uh, I don't know. I'm just goofing around though, to be honest. I'm just having a good time. Let's see. Oh, rip you, dude. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Rip. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. I doing with my life, Molly? What in the, what in the world am I doing? Oh man. It's just a good Sunday afternoon. uh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty relaxing stream, honestly. It's pretty good, pretty high quality. Um, Definitely kid friendly. As is all the content on my channel, of course. So I'm the most PG rated YouTuber ever, as we all know. And I would totally never make a Witcher stream that just included tons of nudity and forget to flag all of it for nudity. Because my bad. Oops. So yeah, hopefully I don't get in trouble for that at some point. I don't actually know how to age restrict my videos. That's the only reason I never did it. I actually don't understand how that works. Who'd I go with? Oh, are you talking about like romance wise in the game? I went with Yennefer. Yeah. Yeah, Yennefer's more my type for sure. In real life too. I feel like I'd be much more attracted to Yennefer. Triss is cool, but I don't know. I actually really like the books. I was reading them with Ashley for a while. I'll probably finish reading them on my own or read them with anybody else who wants to read them with me. But yeah, I finished the first book in the series, and I'm like a good ways through the second one. I have 3 of them. I have the first 3 books. What have I done? I've made beautiful lava land. What are you talking about? I'm just putting lava at the tops of all the trees, making a lava forest. It's a new biome. Don't question it. It's fine. It's good. It's nice and wholesome. It's a good place for the whole family. see. Next forest fire, you're blaming me. Hey, just remember that I'm not in your country, okay? You can't blame me for forest fires in your country. Unless they happen to be in Minecraft. In which case you can absolutely blame me. Oh gosh. This is Minecraft now. This is no longer a kid's game. It looks so scary. Yep. This is the true Minecraft experience. This is what the developers really wanted. This is actually really weird. This actually does not look like Minecraft right now. It's kind of trippy. It's like it's like I'm playing some like weird indie game. Yo, speaking of indie games, I need to put that on the channel. So one of my favorite games ever is this game called Burn Band. Um, it's just this really cool little game where you just walk around and explore, and it's like this pixelated futuristic place with like aliens and stuff, and it really reminds me of like the Samurai Jack movie when he's like when he first ends up in the future and he's ends up at that bar and he's like talking to people and he's very confused and doesn't speak the same language and everything's like really cool looking but very confusing. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Do you know what Samurai Jack is? Did you ever you know Burn Band? Really? How do you know Burn Band? It's not very popular. I think I found it on one of those game websites though, like Game Jolt or something like that. Like one of those sites where you can download indie games. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Birdman is just like a really cool experience. I'm telling you, like if you have a computer, I recommend downloading it and just checking it out for a little bit. You'll you'll probably appreciate it if you're anything like me in that regard. It's really cool. It's free to download. You can download on like basically any version of computer. I think you can do it Mac, PC, all that. I think even Linux might have it. Yeah, it's really cool. You should try it at some point and like tell me what you think. Cause it's just such a cool experience. I recommend playing it with like headphones and everything. Um, it's really cool. It really does feel like you're in some alien world and you're just like exploring and you don't know anything really. But there's something fascinating about it. It's almost like a nightlife kind of thing going on in like an alien world. It's really cool. I mean, the gameplay is nothing special, but it's more about the experience that it provides, you know? And the experience that it provides actually happens to be very interesting. So what do you think about my lava land here? Doesn't it make you just want to take a vacation to lava land? A 10 out of 10 would go. Yeah. Yeah, same here. Oh. It's so nice not having pants. Forget that I said that, but I've been just kind of chilling in my room. It's fine. It's TMI, but it's fine. That was one thing I remember from like Markiplier is he was talking about how like half the videos he makes he's not even wearing pants because you can only see him from like the chest up. I feel like it's a YouTuber thing. I think we're all secretly making videos in our underwear. I don't know. I just thought about it because I just stood up out of my chair. I was like, oh yeah, forgot about that. I'm actually, like, believe it or not, I'm going to, like, lay down in bed while I stream. Because I'm going to move my TV a little closer. And I'm going to just lay down a little bit. I probably won't stream for too much longer, but... you know, maybe like another half hour to an hour at most. Something like that. And I'm just going to chill. It's Minecraft anyway. Thank God for wireless controllers and headphone jacks. Oh yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's not that late here. It's 1:14 in the morning. You're up at what, like 7 something in the morning? Because you're in the UK, so you'd be like 6 hours ahead of me. So it should be, yeah, it should be like 7:14 for you right now. Actually, I liked a girl from the UK once. It didn't really work out, but I just remember, like, because I was in school at the time and I was just trying to keep up with her time zone and like talk to her when I could. It was kind of cool. So I have it kind of ingrained in me that it's like 6 hours ahead. Because I used to have to like prepare for it. Like I'd wake up a little bit early and go to bed a little late. Just to have that, you know, communication.
Let's see. What else can we light on fire? Let's do like a Waterland next to it. We've had enough fire for one day. Fire for Ariandel. Fire for Ariandel. Wait, your ex was from Arkansas, really? Huh. That is really weird. I guess we really do have quite a bit in common. Oh, I mean, some of the things are kind of in weird ways, like, oh, okay. Why didn't it work out? That's cool that you're willing to give, like, long distance stuff a try, though. That's good. A lot of people aren't willing to work through that kind of stuff. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Yeah, I've no respect for that. Um, like, I don't want to get into it, right? Because I know even though you're probably over it or whatever, like, it's still not, like, good to pry with that kind of stuff, but yeah, I'm sorry that happened. That's why I did what I was telling you about with the girl that I was dating, with Ashley, Ghost, is, I didn't ever want to do anything like that, and I never would have, but, I still had that kind of, like, those kind of feelings, so instead of doing that, I took the route of, like, trying to, talk with her about it, She'd be like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, I'm really sorry, like, I know this is hard, but I don't know what else to do but tell you, that sort of thing. And so that way I can kind of work it out without resorting to something like that, so. And the funny thing is, like, the girl that it was doesn't even like me, so rip. But I do kind of like being single again. Not because I'm single, but just because of the potential, like and some of the freedom. It's not that I wasn't free before, but it's just different, Like, if it's fair to say, I kind of like both equally. I mean, actually, no. I mean, I'd rather be in a relationship, but yeah. But there's definitely something to it. There we go. See, we didn't lose Anne Orlando. It's fine. That would be kind of cool if we did a recreation of Anne Orlando. I wonder if anybody's done that. Probably. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't mention that earlier, Molly. when I said I was from Arkansas and you were talking about like, you know, what is it like? Um, I don't, like, I figured you would have mentioned that you had an ex from there. I figured he would have told you a bit about it. Um, but no, it's pretty cool. I like Arkansas. I live in a nice part of Arkansas. Oh, okay. So does that mean you wouldn't be interested in coming here if I told you like what it was like? You'd just be like, ah, it's fine. I know now. Never mind. I'm not gonna travel. I'm content. Alright. It is pretty cool. To Arkansas, like the first thing you'll notice is there's just like, there's a lot of trees. There's a lot of trees. I guess that's why they call us the natural state. We have a lot of big mountains and greenery and stuff. Um, Thing is though, I live in northwest Arkansas, which I probably shouldn't be saying that online, but whatever. I don't care. Um, but yeah, it's real cool here because this is kind of like the nicer part of Arkansas where all the business is. So, you know, the houses are nicer, there's less crime. Um, it's a good area. And I actually live in a really good neighborhood now. Um, Next to an even better one, honestly. And it's just a really, really good place to live. The the Walmart home office is over here, and I mean like the home office, because I think Sam Walton was from here. So yeah, that's it's very cool. We're kind of slowly growing in population and stuff too. It's a cool place. There's everything's kind of close together. You can kind of like it's not small, but it's just close together. Like it's not like in Texas where there's like long stretches of road in between everything. It's more like everything's kind of interconnected and all the towns are connected. At least in this part of Arkansas. And the weather's pretty alright. It's usually relatively warm. Like I think last winter it didn't really snow much, unfortunately. And some of the warmer days here have been like really, really warm. Some serious like sunburn material stuff. So, yeah. So I don't know if any of that sounds interesting to you. Like I don't it's kind of hard to describe, right? Because I haven't been that many places, so I don't really know what to compare it to. Um, I've been to maybe like 6 states or something. And most of them were literally right next to each other, so
I have not been very far. I've never been outside of the country. Um, yeah, I don't know. The furthest I've ever been is California, because we went there on a business trip for my dad, and we sort of treated it like a family vacation, and so that was kind of cool. I just realized I'm not even doing stuff in the game at this point. I'm literally just talking to you. So I don't think anyone else is here anymore. It's literally just like me and you chatting with Minecraft music in the background. I mean, personally, I'm okay with that. I'm having fun, so. I do think this room is particularly pretty, by the way. This room just turned out gorgeous. Yeah, you're right, Minecraft music is really good. So for tomorrow, if you do wanna do that, I can try calling you on Snapchat or something. And if that didn't work, you can always hit me up on something else. Like, I think I do technically have a Skype account. I haven't used it in forever, but you could do that if you wanted. That'd be like a better way to communicate. That way you don't have to just wait for me to put my signs down and stuff every time and all that. And it will save us a lot of time typing things. Which is always nice. That is the one thing that I think would be really cool, is if you guys could actually talk to me without just typing. So say, like, I could give one of you permission to talk in the thing, and you could just literally talk from your home. Like, I think that'd be really cool. So if, like, Kim was on the stream and he's like, hey, I want to say something to everybody, I could be like, yeah, go ahead. That would be really, really cool. Yeah, heck, I would just get like a cheapo microphone. Like the one I have is literally like $40. I think the one I had before it was 20. That's some cheap stuff. As far as headsets go, $40 is cheap. And it works fine. I mean, I'm able to stream with it, I'm able to talk to people on here, and
you guys can all understand me perfectly clearly. I can hear everything good. Imagine how nice I would sound if I had a better microphone. I could do some ASMR videos. Heck yeah. I could be like, and today I'm going to be crinkling a bag of potato chips. And then it would be like, and yeah, be ASMR with Brandon. It'd be cool. And then I could do that movie theater thing, the all around you, you know, it'd be really weird. I feel like I'd creep people out at that point. That movie theater thing is honestly kind of scary. Do they have that same thing in some of the movie theaters where you live? Do they have the thing where it says all around you? And it like echoes? Okay. Okay, cool. So you actually know what the heck I'm talking about. I was kind of worried that they wouldn't do that there and that I would just sound like a lunatic. But I'm glad we're on the same page. There we go. That's some grade A glass there at the bottom. I like that glass. It's, what am I doing? Why am I here? I think it would be cool to recreate Anne Orlando in here. Just like attach it to the back of this. Just have this like a mansion looking thing attached to Anne Orlando. That'd be cool. There we go. I'm gonna make the most low effort house that I've ever made. Right next to this actually nice looking house. Yeah. I'm such a nerd for Dark Souls, I'm telling you. I'm glad you have a similar appreciation for it, because otherwise you would probably think I was crazy. Because I'm like super into, I know a ton of stuff about the lore. Like, I would read a Dark Souls textbook, I'm telling you. I'm kind of the same way with like the Elder Scrolls too. I don't know if you like the Elder Scrolls games. Oh, good. There we go. It's a house. Woohoo.
Now I can be safe from all the bad things outside. There we go. And some lighting. What a nice house. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm falling apart over here. Yeah, it's a pretty good house. Pretty solid, you know. It's got a roof. It's got walls. Houses have walls. Um, it's got yeah, yeah. I'm a big fan of that minimalism. Um, Now spacious, I don't know about. I mean, yeah, you could probably fit like one, two, three, four, five. So that'd probably be like what? 5 plus 4 more here, that'd be 9. Plus the 4, that'd be 13. And then that'd be, so yeah, I think it'd be like 16 torches to go around the thing here. I don't think it'd quite be that many because they're just a little bit thicker, so that'd probably be like, I'll probably be like a fourth of this, like 4, 8, 12. Probably like 13, 14 torches this way, and then maybe like 2 to 4 torches in the middle. So that's probably like 16 torches worth of space. Oh no, because it could probably just be like 4 across. It'd be like 4, and then 8, 12, 16. Yeah, that'd be like 16 torches worth of space. That is kind of spacious. You're not wrong. I'm not gonna lie, like I actually just did the math on that. I honestly just did the math on that. Why why did I do that? I'm literally counting like quarters of a block. Or no, that's less than quarters. That's like a quarter of a quarter. Because it'd be like 4 per quarter. Anyway. Well, you know, you gotta put in some love to your house, you know? Oh gosh. I wonder how many torches you could fit in this building. I'm not even gonna try to count that. But it would be cool to know. Or I'll have to build new Londo. Hey, new Londo would probably be easier to build, right? Because it's literally just like a bunch of broken stuff. I could definitely build new Londo. It would just be like half staircases everywhere. With like, it's just like terrible mood lighting. Get some blue torches in there. It'd be great. Um, but no, so that wouldn't be the hard to count. So if you counted every single block as 16 torches, you could just you could count the amount of blocks, and then you'd like multiply it by 16, and then that's how many would fit in there. Actually, no, you'd have to calculate the spaces in between. So you'd have to be like one block here, one block here. That's like half a block. One block here, one block. And you would add all that up, and then you multiply it by like 16, and then you have your answer. No, I don't want to count how many blocks. But I'm at the point though, mentally, that I probably would do it. If you got me off on a tangent about it, I'd probably be like, yeah, okay, so this is like one block, two block, three block. Oh boy. That's a nice wall. I like that wall. Okay, so according to the stream, I've only been streaming for an hour and 48 minutes. I feel like I've been streaming for like multiple days. I really do. Like, the amount that I have mentally gone downhill since I started this stream is pretty severe. I'm at the point where I'm like counting cactuses, walking in circles, and trying to figure out how many torches fits into a building. Oh yeah, that's true. I must be somewhat uh, ugh, if I could talk. I was gonna say, I must be somewhat entertaining for you to stay through me literally walking in circles and counting cactuses for like an hour. I appreciate you being here. It's always nice to have you. It's kind of a bummer that you're like the only one that still remains though. Like, I have random people that show up and are like, hey, I haven't seen you in forever, and then just never talk to me again. Or then I have people that don't get my notifications, or I have just like weird issues with it or something. And then there are the weirdos that decide to randomly unsubscribe. Like, I don't know if I just made a video they didn't like or what, but I've had a few that just disappeared there. Like, well, goodbye. Like, no explanation, just the numbers are down the next day for no reason. I don't know if that's YouTube's fault or what. Or if people are just kind of bipolar. I don't know. I do love my YouTube channel though. I think it's a good place to be, honestly. I think it's a good place to come and chill and, you know, I would recommend it. I think I would watch it, honestly. Especially if I got such direct feedback from the person making the videos and stuff. Like, I literally call you guys all by name and talk to you personally. I think that's why some people do like my channel. I think, at least that's why I like my channel. It's like the community kind of aspect and how personal I can afford to be. Yeah. Woo! Let's do that. Let's take a flight. And I'll just exit without saving. Let's see what's this way. There's a lot of water. We'll just go this way until we see something interesting. You know, it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool to have a mode in Minecraft where you could like turn off all the block effects and you could make everything smooth so that you could build something with your blocks and stuff and make it really cool and then play it in the smooth mode. So it's like it takes whatever you made and it registers it into like a smooth like 3D object. So say that building I built, you know, it would take away all those jagged lines and it would make it look like it would in any other game, and that would be really, really cool. Because like from a distance, a lot of the nature stuff in Minecraft looks kind of real. Like the colors are right, the structures kind of make sense and stuff. Like it looks like a real outdoors kind of area. Maybe some exotic island or something. So if you could smooth all that out and make it a bit more realistic, I think it'd be really interesting to have like an alternate mode, sort of like Halo Anniversary Edition, which is by far like the best remaster that I've ever seen. I'm a big fan of the original Halo, and also the second Halo game. I never played the third, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm a big fan of the original series. I didn't really like 4 or 5 or any of that. I don't think 343 Studios does a very good job with it. But there's just something special about that first game. They did a lot of things right with it. Yeah. Well, like they have some really good moments and stuff too. Like in the original, when you first find out about the flood, and you're in, I think the level is 343, Guilty Spark. And you kind of go through the swamp or whatever, and you go into the building and everything's really quiet and creepy. And you find that dude's helmet on the floor, and you play back the footage.
and it turns into like a horror movie for a minute. That is like one of the most memorable moments in gaming for me. I don't know, just something about that was really cool to me. That and the silent cartographer level. Where you come in on the UNSC ships and you like drop down onto there and immediately it's a fight with this like real good orchestra music, and then you stop and reconnect with all your Marines and stuff and see who's alive and who's dead, and they drop you off a warthog and you go explore. I don't know. It's just so good. Like Halo is just a fun game. But yeah, I know what you mean. Every time I talk about Hitman, Kim talks about like how he wants to play it afterwards, and I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. Which is really funny because he doesn't even really enjoy the game. He likes it, but he doesn't enjoy it. So I could never get him to get super far into it. But maybe I'm like a good game salesman though. It's mostly nostalgia, I think, but honestly, a lot of it is like really, really cool. I think the games that have stood out to me the longest as like my long-term favorite games that I keep coming back to and thinking about and remembering, I'd probably have to say it would be like Halo, Skyrim, Super Mario 64, Dark Souls, maybe the old Splinter Cell games. Um, let's see what else. There's some more. I'm trying to remember what all they are. I've played so many games. Oh, my favorite fantasy game is actually, I think I mentioned it on a different stream. It's Shadowgate, Shadowgate 64, or sorry, Trials of the Four Towers for the Nintendo 64. That's a really, really good game. Most people can't get very far into it though because it's very, very confusing at the beginning and most people just get stuck and quit. Oh yeah, Silent Hill is cool. Yeah, I like old Nintendo. I'm not so much into most of their newer stuff. But yeah, they they've had a lot of good stuff in the past. See, I never played the Resident Evil games though. Um, my favorite horror game is Fatal Frame 2. And probably my second favorite would be The Suffering. I think that was a really good action horror game, and it's kind of underrated. I forget that I've played other horror games. Like I have Amnesia. I've also played a few others. I'm trying to remember what they are. I played a lot of indie games. I got super heavy into the indie scene. I knew a lot. I knew a lot about a lot of games that have come out in recent years, like back before they were popular at all. Like Super Hot. Like Super Hot eventually ended up getting released on the PS4 and stuff. I knew about that game like way back when it was just a little demo of like an idea, you know. Because I used to be super into all that stuff, and I would like actively look for new indie games and stuff. And it's very cool. There's one that I really like called like Bokira or something like that, where it's got this interesting little physics engine, and you can like build stuff and then cut it. So sort of like Minecraft, but if you had like a cut tool with physics applied to it. So imagine I cut diagonally on this tree, so like a triangle piece would fall off and like kind of bounce, and maybe the whole thing would become unstable and kind of flop over or fall. It's kind of like that. And there was like puzzles and stuff in it too. It was really cool. And I've played a lot of like really crappy indie horror games where there's just like jump scares that are literally JPEGs and stuff. That stuff cracks me up. I mean, I know a lot of people call themselves gamers, but I really am, like, through and through. There are a few things that I'm not super into, but for the most part, I've tried a lot of things, and I just really enjoy games. I think they're fun. I don't care if they're difficult or if they're easy or if there's even much to them. Like Burn Band is literally just you walk around, but yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really like the title of gamer because it makes you sound like geeky and like, oh, he's just a gamer, you know? Like, I don't know. They make it out to be like a thing for kids, sort of. Like, oh, if you're a gamer, you know, you can't be taken seriously. Like, oh yeah, you're a gamer. You don't care about success or you know all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like looked down upon by a lot of adults and stuff. But I don't know. I just like games. Like, that's why I call myself a gamer. It's just because I play lots of games. I'm starting to play less as I'm getting older, just because I'm taking on more responsibility and focusing on the things that really matter to me in my life. But I'm always gonna have like a special place for games. You know, I'm always gonna make a little bit of time here and there. Probably play games with my kids and teach them how to play and all that. And even if that's the only time that I get with them, I'm cool with that. Because honestly, kids are like one of the things that I'm looking forward to more than anything else in my life. I very much want to be a dad.
Oh heck yeah, that's why I haven't thrown out all my old consoles and stuff. I have like 13 game systems, but I'm gonna save some of them for my future kids and stuff, and probably one or two for my little sister. Heck yeah, I still have my Nintendo 64 too. I never had a Nintendo Entertainment System or a Genesis. I didn't have those. I've played a Super Nintendo, and I've also emulated a lot of games from them. But I've definitely never played a Genesis. Yeah. If we ever do meet for whatever reason, you'll have to let me have a crack at one of those. Is it one of those ones with like very limited buttons? Sort of like the original Nintendo Entertainment System, where it literally had like was it 2 buttons and a D-pad? It's like A and B, and then left, right, up and down. Or is it like a bit more advanced than that? I mean, heck yeah. If you're gonna hang out with me, you're free to bring any consoles you want. I'm down. Oh man. I need a chiropractor. Honestly. I didn't even think about it. I've been like literally sitting here for the longest time. What am I doing? There we go. Plowing the fields. Plowing the fields and collecting cactus. That's what it's all about. Molly, did you ever watch SpongeBob? I know that's a silly question. I was gonna make a reference. I didn't know if you'd get it. Oh my gosh, you did? Ah, you're the best. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the thing I said a minute ago? Because I was gonna tie it into like a SpongeBob quote. I'm so sleepy. Oh, it was the "that's what it's all about" thing. Do you remember that from, I think it was the SpongeBob movie? There's this hilarious scene where SpongeBob is like, I think he's fantasizing about what it'd be like to be the manager or something like that.
and he's having this whole dream where he like shows up in these boots and wearing sunglasses, and Mr. Krabs like briefs him outside of the Krusty Krab and is like, "There's an issue. There's been a customer in there, and you ordered a burger, but it had no cheese." Like, "Step aside, Krabs. I've got this." And he goes in and like starts talking to the guy like he's giving him therapy or something, like he's part of a bomb squad. The dude's name is Phil. It's like, "You got a family, Phil?" He's like, "Yeah, I have a wife and 2 beautiful kids." And SpongeBob was like, "That's what it's all about." It's like, "I need you to do me a favor, Phil." He's like, "What?" He says, "Say cheese." And then it plays that like really dramatic like jazz music as he's like slowly putting the piece of cheese on the burger. Oh god, that's literally the best. It's so funny. Um, like the earlier seasons of SpongeBob had some like really good moments, I swear. I couldn't get much into the later seasons because they really dumbed it down, but oh my goodness, the first like probably 4 are really funny. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you watched it because you liked it or if you had just seen it. But honestly, I think it's a pretty good show. I also really like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Did you ever watch that show? That's one of my favorites. Oh, okay, cool. Wow. Oh, that's so cool that like every reference I make, you totally understand. That's like super rare. I'm like legitimately smiling over here because I'm like, yeah, she gets it. I don't know, it's cool. Because I always try to talk to people about some of that stuff and they have like no idea what I'm talking about or they think I'm crazy. Or they just can't relate. I don't know. I also do this weird thing in my head where sometimes when I'm talking about stuff, like it'll sound like I'm saying something completely random, but what really happened is somebody mentioned something that made me think of one thing that also reminded me of like a completely different thing that reminded me of something else. And so I'll talk about that thing and nobody else in the room will have any idea like how it relates to what they were talking about. Like, no, it's fine. I'm not crazy, I swear. Like, this makes sense. You just didn't have the whole thought process that I just had. That's fine.
I think I just think different than a lot of people do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh. I'm gonna cut that down by 2, make that 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 12 altogether. Yeah, I mean, I know there's nothing wrong with that. It just, it makes people think that I'm a lot more random than I am. Like, I'm really not that random of a person. Um, I go through weird, like, kind of complicated thought processes that happen a lot quicker than, like, people think. So, it's kind of funny because, ironically, a lot of times when I'm thinking really fast like that, people think I'm kind of slow. And they're like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm like, no, it's fine. I just made about, like, 10 connections to other things while you were talking. You know. But I've noticed that people are very, like, very locked in on most of their habits and stuff. And you can really throw a person off by doing something that they just kind of don't expect, or that, like, kind of interferes with it. Like, if you ever want to really tick someone off, go to somewhere where they sit every day and sit in that spot. And I'm telling you, most people just can't handle it. They'll be like, why are you sitting in my spot? Get out of my spot. I need my spot. When there's literally like 30 other chairs in the room. It's just because it's what they're comfortable with. It's part of the routine. And when you don't let them have that, they get really confused and bothered. And it's kind of funny. I don't think I'd do that to somebody that I was like in good standing with, just because I wouldn't want them to, you know, think that I meant anything against them. But you know, it is funny to be able to do that to people, just to kind of like throw them off. Um, like one thing my dad does really well is when we go out to eat and stuff, you know, a lot of the employees are kind of already in a routine, you know, especially us, like waiters and waitresses and stuff. We kind of get into a routine of like, you know, we go up, we say, you know, one out of maybe like 5 different things, and then we follow that up with something else, and like we kind of have a routine, you know. And the most fun guests that I ever have are the ones that'll break up my routine and talk to me like I'm a normal person. You know, the kind of customers that are like, oh hey, how you doing today? You know, I just got back from this trip, and you know, just, you know, that's, you know, they'll like genuinely talk to you, and they like care what you have to say. And you know, they tend to be more outgoing and energetic, and it's like interactions like that can really kind of make your day. It kind of throws you off in a good way. You know, you're in this like boring, monotonous routine, and suddenly somebody throws in some good vibes and energy, and just kind of brightens your mood a bit and kind of wakes you up mentally. I don't know how I got off on this subject, but it is kind of neat to think about. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. That was like an internal burp. My bad. Oh gosh. It is literally 2:16 in the morning here. To like super deep. Yeah, I mean, I tend to talk about some deeper things every now and then. You'd be surprised by some of the stuff that I've thought about and had conversations about. Very unusual stuff. I did a whole like art piece on the different possible outcomes of time travel and stuff like that. I had this weird like geometric shape, which is really stupid to call a shape geometric, but whatever. Just ignore that I said that way. But anyway, yeah, there's this really cool like three-dimensional thing where on every like corner or face that the shape had, it would be like a different potential outcome or scenario, and then there would be a resolution next to it or like a continuation, and it would just be all these like different ponderings of like what would happen if this happened and what would that lead to and how would that work and all that kind of stuff. And I've actually had a lot of thoughts about all kinds of different stuff. Like I thought about maybe starting a new type of school, because I was reading this really cool book about like building wealth and like keeping it and making it earn for you and stuff like that. It's this older book, one of my favorite books at this point. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon, and not only is it a fantastic read, but it really makes you think about a lot of things. Like for example, there's a quote in there where I think this takes place in literally in Babylon, like in ancient times, and in one part the king is talking to like the richest man in Babylon, and he's saying, why shouldn't all my subjects be able to learn this knowledge to obtain this kind of wealth and have this kind of prosperity and stuff. And he was kind of like, yeah, that's a good point. So he basically, like, the king ordained that they would set up like kind of a school where people like him would teach, whoever wanted to learn. So they had this kind of like alternative type of school, well, alternative to what we'd have now, where they would all sit in a circle and he would tell stories and he would have them ask questions and talk about it and ponder. And it was really cool. And I thought that was like a really cool model for like how to run a school. And I was thinking, since I was always kind of like an ADHD kid, and I wasn't super great in school in that way, because I was always like somewhere else mentally. I think it really would have helped to have something like that. That was like sort of a more hands-on, like engaging sort of approach, instead of somebody like teaching at you from across the classroom, where they're like, this is this and this does this and blah blah blah, and they go on for like an hour. I thought it'd be much more engaging to tell stories and talk around in the circle and engage with each other and ask questions about all the stories and really have like an open dialogue about all of it, just consistently, you know, for the sake of learning. And I mean like real learning, not just like, here's a thing that I said, now repeat it, which is what the school system effectively does. It effectively makes you useless at pretty much everything in life except for following orders. And even most people can't hardly do that right, so. So I had developed these like ideas for like an alternative type of school that I could start, and I even had like floor plans and stuff based off of this really cool thing that I saw at the museum near us, the art museum, where they have this big like domed area with like a big open skylight thing, and they have like this nice sand at the bottom and stuff. And yeah, I don't know, it's just this cool kind of like more meditative, like classical kind of learning, you know, where you'd be outside so you're not exposed to the artificial light the whole time and all that. Because I think that, if I remember correctly, they've done studies, and it actually lowers your ability to focus, having that kind of artificial light in the room with you. And just everything about the way we have it set up, it's set up to fail, honestly. So, anyway, I was kind of ranty about that, but there's just been all kinds of stuff like that that I've thought about, and I also thought about all kinds of like crazy religious stuff, and like, you know, stuff about literally like the meaning of life. And I know it sounds cheesy, but like actual in-depth kind of stuff about it. I don't know. There's more to me than people know. I will say that. I have a lot of big ideas and like aspirations and stuff, and if only I can figure out how to properly apply them and manifest them, you know. There's a lot of potential there for great things. Yeah, it is. I don't know, hopefully I haven't gone too deep with all that stuff. And I also don't want to sound like narcissistic or anything. Um, it's funny, my dad pointed out the other day, like I talk about myself a lot. And it's like, yeah, I guess I do. And I think the reason for that is mainly because I don't really hang out with that many people. And so like literally everything that I experience is like 100% through my perspective. It's 100% related to me. You know, it's like I'm not out here doing like tons of stuff for other people. Like I help people out during the day and stuff like that. But what I mean is like it all sort of comes back to me in a way, just the way that I have my life set up right now. And so usually the only thing that I have to talk about is things that I've done or things that I saw or stuff like that. So
You know, I hope that people don't hear that kind of stuff and think that I'm like super full of myself, because I'm really genuinely not. Like, literally, I've been thinking about this recently. Like, the only reason that I want as much money as and stuff as I do in the future is literally just for my family. And I'm not talking about the one I already have. I'm talking about like my future kids and my wife and all of them. I just want to be able to give them like everything that I've never had. You know, all the things I never could have even dreamed of. And, you know, I want that for them. Like, I don't want very many things. The only things that I ever find myself actually desiring that are like material objects are maybe like new games that come out sometimes. I don't need much to be happy. I'm already a happy guy. I have a job. I have almost everything I need, and you know. But I just really want those few things. And I want a lot of things for those few things. Sort of the way I see it. The challenge in order to obtain that kind of wealth and freedom and stuff is enough to fulfill me personally. And the money and the freedom itself is enough to provide for my family, you know. That's the kind of things that I want them to have. So, with the two combined, it's a pretty nice deal. It's a heck of a difficult thing to achieve, though. You'll probably think I'm crazy when I say this, but I want like maybe $10-15 million. It doesn't matter if I don't use it all, you know. When I'm old, I'll just probably donate whatever is left. I don't know. Anyway, I guess I'm done kind of talking about that for a minute. Do you have any thoughts on all that? Also, just to let you know, there is a reason that I said 10 to 15 million. It's because I think from what I heard, 1 million was sustaining for about 25 years. So that has sustained me and a family member or two for most of our lives. So. Are you even still awake at this point?
not be surprised if you passed out. I've been talking for like the longest time. I wonder who it is that joined the stream here. I saw the number go up. I'm so freaking sleepy though. Like this stream is not what it was. It's literally just me like talking and wandering around. I was building something cool. I don't even know where I am at this point though. No, I guess you are. Wait, type if you can hear me right now. You can't hear me right now, can you? I was gonna say type if you can hear me, but cause I'm like looking at my phone. Huh. Yeah, I guess you're not on there. Oh, you can. Oh, well, Molly, I thought. I'm sorry. I meant like on Snapchat. You're good though. You're good. That's funny. Yeah, you're watching on your phone, aren't you? Alright, that's funny. I'm stupid sleepy. Stupidly. I'm just gonna dig a really deep hole. Oh, okay. I was just talking about like stuff having to do with my future family and the kind of things that I want and like why I want what I do. So I was just saying, like, I want massive levels of success. But the older I get, the less I want it for me. Because literally, like, the only material objects and stuff that I really like and want and stuff are just like new games. I know that's really dorky, but I just like my video games and my books and stuff, and maybe art supplies and stuff, but that's it. It's not what makes me happy. It's the fulfillment of work and responsibility and taking care of people and that's what I care about. And I'm sorry, I get weird when I'm sleepy, so I'm just kind of like randomly opening up to you about like what I want out of my future, even though you like totally did not ask me that. But I think it's a good conversation to have though. It's I don't know. Are you still not sleepy? Man, you really are something else, huh? I don't know how you're doing this. Listening to this super peaceful Minecraft music and me talking like I'm on sleep medication and I don't know how you haven't fallen asleep already. Yeah. I mean, I guess you are. Yeah. Confirmed. And I guess I mean that more than one way. All of them good though. I don't mean it in a bad way. Just kind of unusual. In a cool way. I dig it. Is that still like an okay thing to say that you dig something? I think that's probably kind of outdated, but I still like to say it. So you hope so. Fair enough.
this stream is kind of long. It's not really that long, but it's kind of long. It's like 2:41 in the morning here. I gotta be at the doctor at like 11:30. Oh gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I had a ton of fun with you on there. It was fun. I don't even mind that you died. It was all good. You're not super into going to your second phase though, are you? I could tell that one was getting you a little bit. Yeah. Hey, Champion Gunner is pretty good. Who's your favorite boss? I think my favorite boss in Dark Souls 3. Let's see. I wonder who it is actually. I like the twin princes. I like the dancer. Oh, probably Solus Ender. Solus Ender has really good music, and lore-wise it's really cool. And there's just a ton of stuff going on in that fight. It's really nice. Those are interesting choices. Dragon Slayer armor is enjoyable to fight. I think Pontiff is a little bit too easy though. I don't mean any offense or anything if you think he's kind of difficult, but the reason that I say that is he has this this ghost version of himself that shows up, and if you pay attention to it, it does every move that he's about to do before he does it. So as long as you pay attention to that thing, you can kill him super easy. You literally just see what he's about to do, then move with it accordingly, and then yeah. And he's parryable too, I think. I heard that he's parryable. I've never done it. Okay, cool. Yeah, the dancer is probably my easiest boss. I'm not even gonna count the Ancient Wyvern and the Vord of the Boreal Valley. Like, those don't even count as bosses for me. They're too easy. I actually really like the bosses in some of the other Souls games. Hey, I don't remember. You never played Neo, right? Or Nio? Hmm. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I would definitely play that with you. It's super good. It's actually better than the Souls games in a lot of ways. Like, I wouldn't say it's better overall, but there are just a lot of things about it that are better. Co-op is like almost instant. The frame rate's actually good. Um, Everything feels really smooth and quick and fluid, and combat is just like super fast and super technical. Like, there's a bunch of different weapons in the game, like a bunch of different types. The loot is all randomized, but also kind of according to your level. And they have like different skill tree type things that you can like unlock new skills for particular types of weapons. It's very, very cool. The new From Software game that's coming out. Have they dropped a trailer for it yet? I've been trying to keep up with E3, but it's very confusing because all the coverage that I get is like completely different. All I've seen is the little Shadows Die Twice teaser that they did a long, long time ago. Oh, they dropped it today? Hold on, I will watch it right here, like on stream. I'm not even kidding. I'm pulling out my phone right now. Where's my server belt? Dang it. I put my phone charger in there. There it is. No, that's not it. Man.